Well, welcome and good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams, Coaching, and Tarot. Today's our daily reading. I'm going to use the Fountain Tarot this morning. And this is Saturday. We'll take a look at current situation and the energies around that. See what happens here. Hope you all are well, and I appreciate you all. Okay, what do we need to know? Okay, current situation. Okay. Judgment, past influence. Four of Coins, present influence. Oh, well, I guess I'm reading a little bit more. Present influence is Seven of Coins. Future influence is Five of Swords. What you don't see. Ace of Cups. I'm going to pull this over here a little bit. What to look for? The World. Okay, unexpected, please. Nine of Swords. We're going to ask what that's about. Challenge. Eight of Wands, strength. The Devil. Okay, where does this lead, please? And Eight of Swords and advice. King of Swords, tell me what comes after this eight, please. The Magician. And tell me about this Nine of Swords and unexpected. Okay. Okay, so Lovers is at the bottom of the deck. This deck is completely different from a lot of decks. So I feel like it is definitely about a relationship. Pulled some on that unexpected. There's a feeling here to me of something starting new or starting over. But it feels hard to me, and not hard in with the Eight of Wands being in the challenge. I feel like maybe like making the effort to be with this person. This Ace of Cups and this Judgment. So Ace of Cups is in what we don't see. Judgment is in the current situation. So that tells me that there's something being reborn here. There's a rebirth of some sort, a regeneration, renewal. And I do feel like with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, this is speaking to relationship. The past influence is Four of Coins. So here's the Judgment card. And then this is the Four of Coins. And I feel like what we're dealing with here is this is a situation where you were kind of holding on to it. You're definitely holding on to it. And the Devil is in the positive, or the strength. So that means that what you've held on to was what you were supposed to hold on to. So, and I think it's almost like a reminder too, with both of those cards being, this is a renewal from something that you've been holding on to. It looks like a relationship, but it also could be something that's just really, really important to you. The Seven of Coins in the present influence is, This has been going on for a while. I feel like it has been going on for quite a while. On and off maybe, or maybe you've had your eyes set, or this Four of Coins has been something that you've never quite let go of from a person, probably. Could be an idea, but with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, I'm thinking it's more person. The future influence is the Five of Swords. And I feel like it'll just be, there is some struggle in the future with that Eight of Swords, but it's more resilience than anything else. There is some stuck feeling, and that's also causing that Nine of Swords. So there's a new feeling with, it's weird. It's like I feel like this is resilience, this Five of Swords, you being resilient, you hanging in there, you fighting where you feel like you need to fight, and in this card, it looks exactly like that. Like he's standing on those swords or whatever. Yeah, it's the swords. And to me, it almost feels like a resilient photograph as well. So, so I feel like that's, really, and it'll make more sense when we talk about these harder cards. But the Ace of Cups is what you don't see. And I feel like there's a fresh start here. And exactly my words are fresh start. There's something that feels very fresh about it. What to look for, though, is the World. And I think it's to recognize where this is really leading, what to watch for again. This isn't predictive as it is a piece of advice. Look for, is this really coming to an end? Is this renewal? Is it the stagnant that's coming to an end? And I think that's what to watch for, because we have the Eight of Swords in where this leads. We need to make sure that we make an ending to that hard feeling. And that's the Nine of Swords here and the Eight of Swords in the outcome. But I do feel like overall, honestly, the current energy feels good. And I feel like you're being vindicated in the fact that you've been holding on to this. So the Eight of Wands being in the challenge, I feel like that strictly speaks of this Eight of Swords too. There's a struggle of either messages coming across, communication, or maybe this person is not right around the corner, like you have to travel to see them. And I do say that too because in the Knight of Wands here, clarifying that Nine of Swords. So there is some kind of getting there, or messages, or communication. That's the challenge. I feel like there's some kind of distance here. And I feel like that because of this too. There's something about that makes me feel like it's distant. The Devil is the strength. And I feel like that the energy that you've put in to hold on to this situation is a benefit to you. In one way or another, this is a benefit. It feels a little rough with the Five of Swords, Nine of Swords up there, and even the outcome being the Eight of Swords, but it doesn't feel insurmountable. And you hanging in there with the Devil and the Four of Coins shows that I feel like it's almost like you know what you want and you keep holding on to that idea, that thought, that person. But I think that because it's in the strength, you're supposed to be. So the Nine of Swords is in our unexpected. And, the Nine of Swords is all about stress, anxiety, worry, nightmares. I feel like there's going to be more stress than you feel like with this situation. And it comes from the Three of Swords, Seven of Wands, Knight of Wands. So here's what I'm feeling. So this is a renewed relationship, and you're stressed because I feel like in the past, there has been times where you felt like you've had to stand up for yourself, and there may have been some heartache with this situation. It doesn't have to be love, but you've been hurt. More than disappointed, it's different. If you were hurt, and so this is this going to happen again? Is this going to keep happening? Like you're worried about that. And that's another thing with the World to watch for. At what point does the stress end, or the hurt, or the thought of having to stand up for yourself? However, this is saying this is coming in now. I don't believe, I'm not going out that far to say, well, whether this is going to happen again or not. But the outcome is the Eight of Swords. And I said, okay, well, where after that? And I got the Magician. So temporarily, you're going to feel a little stuck. And I feel like this energy is really good. And that's why this is going to be a little frustrating. And I think that's the Five of Swords as well, the resilience, the that you need to keep hanging in there because you're feeling really stuck. You really feel like you can't move. Those swords are right at her neck. But the Magician follows that. So part of me wants to say the Magician being after that is going to be like a wait and see, but I feel like it goes back to your resilience. I feel like you have more power than you think you do, because when that Nine of Swords hits us, having an anxiety or a stress or worry about a situation, it's hard to sometimes get through, hence the Eight of Swords. But I think what the Magician is saying in this case is you are going to make it through that. Where that leads to next, this is a daily reading, so it could lead to anything. But in the now, this is kind of how you're feeling and how you're like, I'm stuck, but, and it feels good because it feels like it's being a renewal. And the Ace of Cups is this new feeling, this new way to look at the relationships. It's a fresh start. All of the energies are good. It's just going to feel a little bit, how hard is this going to be? And then the King of Swords is in your advice. And honestly, I feel like that is, just be logical too. Don't completely 100% follow your heart, even though, there's a lot of different cards here. There's a lot of majors. No, there's not. Swords, coins, cups, wands, all of them. But a lot of swords. But I'd say too, you've got a lot of majors. So I would, I feel like this situation is coming around. I feel like this Magician energy happens later on. That you're still going to feel stuck. Whatever this is, there's going to be part of you that's going to struggle to move forward with something. And that's but I don't think the struggle is because I think you hang in there. And that's the key to the Devil. Because eventually the stress and everything will end, but it's more stressful than you think. But this is where that comes from. So anyway, there you have it. Let's take a quick look at our Oracle card for the day. Overall, I would hang in there. Looks the Seven of Coins, and the Devil and the Four of Coins. Yeah, hanging in there is actually all in the benefit part here. So sometimes when we hang on to an energy, right, it's not necessarily a positive, but I think in this case, hang on to the good stuff and understand that things are going to change. There's something new happening. This is just a worry that for some reason you feel like you might get your heart broken or you have to defend yourself, and that doesn't feel good. But with the Knight of Wands also in that clarification, and she's facing the other way, you are moving past that. It's just that the Eight of Wands is the challenge, which is directly related to that. Moving forward or hearing from somebody or some messages coming in. Anyway, what do we need to know? What is our message for today, please? What is our message for today? One more time. Nope, that wasn't it. A Golden Palace. I think we just had this, or maybe it was Gemini yesterday. I feel like this was like real recent. I feel like it was yesterday. 23. I just can't remember if it was our daily reading or the Gemini one. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. Ace of Cups. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, No matter how abundant your life is, instead it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. Yeah. That makes complete sense with what we're looking at here. So here you have it. I hope this resonated. Please let me know if it did. Hit the like button. Give me a comment. I appreciate all of the things. Take care. Have a beautiful day.